The ocean is not quiet. It hums, clicks, and sings with life. But most of those sounds belong to creatures smaller than your hand. Yet somewhere beneath the endless blue, a shadow moves with the confidence of a monarch. It glides through schools of fish that scatter like sparks. It cuts through kelp forests like wind through grass. And when it breaks the surface, it exhales with the sound of thunder. This is the killer whale. It is one of the most recognizable animals on Earth, yet one of the least understood. Humans call it killer whale, but its true name, Orcinus Orca, reveals something more mysterious. Orcinus comes from Latin meaning of the kingdom of dead. Ancient sailors believed these creatures were the spirits of drowned hunters returned to rule the sea. And in a way, they weren't far off. The killer whale stands at the very top of the marine food chain, capable of hunting everything from fish to seals to blue whales. It is the ocean's apex mind, clothed in muscle and myth. But the orca's power doesn't come from brute force alone. It comes from biology, a symphony of precision. Every heartbeat, every dive, every breath is a calculation. Under its black and white armor lies a masterpiece of engineering, a circulatory system designed for both power and patience, a communication network that borders on language, and an intelligence that rivals our own. To understand the killer whale is to step into the blueprint of one of evolution's most perfect designs. They are mammals who breathe air, yet they spend their entire lives underwater. They form lifelong families, they teach their young, pass down knowledge, and mourn their dead. They cooperate with precision that mirrors military strategy. They can recognize each other by sound alone, even across miles of dark ocean. And perhaps most astonishing of all, they've learned to adapt their biology, not over millions of years, but across living generations, shaping culture as much as anatomy. So how did a creature become both the ocean's most feared hunter and one of its most intelligent beings? And how can a warm-blooded mammal survive in waters that would freeze humans in minutes? And what secrets hide inside that enormous brain, capable of planning, empathy, and language? This is not a story of a monster. It's a story of mastery. This is the insane biology and anatomy of the killer whale, a tale of power, intellect, and the art of survival beneath the waves. Evolutionary biology of killer whales. In the tree of life, the killer whale sits in a surprising place, inside the dolphin family, Delphinidae. Among dolphins, it pushed evolution towards bulk and versatility. Most dolphins are small and nimble. The orca became a heavyweight, a specialist predator of the deep. Across its range, scientists now recognize multiple ecotypes, distinct forms of orcas adapted to different diets, hunting styles, and regions. Some hunt fish, others mammals. Some work in icy seas, others in temperate waters. These ecotypes differ in vocalizations, social structure, and even genetics. In the North Pacific, new research suggests what we've been calling one species might actually be two. Its body is iconic. Jet black above, pure white below, with a white saddle patch behind its dorsal fin and a white eye patch near each eye. That contrast is not camouflage. It's a biological signature. Every individual has unique scars, notches, and patterns on its dorsal fin, making visual identification possible for scientists. Males can bear dorsal fins nearly 6 feet tall. In some wild populations, even larger sizes are recorded. Inside that silhouette lies a powerhouse. The heart of an orca is built to pump enormous volumes of blood during burst hunting or long migrations. A detailed study of the placinated orca heart revealed thick muscular walls, robust coronary arteries, and an internal layout adapted to shifting pressures and extreme oxygen demand. Its skeleton is deceptively dolphin-like, but reinforced. Bones, muscles, and joints must consistently absorb shock, transmit power, and maintain stability in 3 dimensions underwater. Mastering breath, depth, and temperature. In water, air is life. The orca breathes through a small muscular blowhole on the top of its head. That flap is completely airtight when closed and opens just when it needs to breathe. It's the gateway between 2 worlds. When an orca dives, it doesn't just hold its breath. Its physiology transforms. Its heart rate slows, also known as bradycardia, sending oxygen primarily to vital organs. Blood is diverted from its skin and limbs. Meanwhile, its lungs collapse under pressure, preventing nitrogen from dissolving into the tissues, thus avoiding decompression risks. That means it can dive deeper and longer without injury. Orcas carry massive oxygen reserves in their muscles thanks to high concentrations of myoglobin, a protein that binds oxygen and turns them into living reservoirs. That plus efficient circulatory routing allows them to spend 10 to 15 minutes underwater, sometimes more, depending on the population and hunting need. Cold is no enemy. Orcas maintain a core body temperature of 36 to 37 degrees Celsius, even in freezing seas. A thick blubber layer and cleverly arranged networks of blood vessels act as heat exchangers, recycling warmth from outgoing blood to incoming. This minimizes heat loss and allows them to hunt in polar waters. How smart are killer whales? It is tempting to think brains are for land mammals, but orcas prove otherwise. Their brain is among the most complex in the animal kingdom. It supports advanced cognition, emotional depth, and social behavior. One study even suggests the orca brain might be the largest among the taxa when considering its size relative to body weight and functional complexity. Their mental architecture allows them to learn dialects, remember hunts across decades, pass down traditions, and even show mourning behavior. Consider the famous case of Taliqua, a female orca who carried her dead calf across more than 1,000 kilometers, a gesture that scientists interpret as grief, memory, or reverence. Orca pods communicate using structured vocal repertories. Each pod has its own dialect, shared patterns of whistles, clicks, and calls that signal identity, action, direction, even mood. Scientists are now applying machine learning to link call patterns with behaviors, edging towards decoding semantic content in orca language. They also listen. Their echolocation clicks and returning echoes allow them to map their surroundings and find detail. Eyes blind in dark water, but ears gifted. They can detect fish bladder contrast, tell the difference between species, and read water textures. In murky ice waters, sound is their eyesight. Through social network and vocal memory, they learn from elders, adapt hunting to new prey, and innovate. Their intelligence is not solitary. It is culture in motion. The art of the hunt. In the realm of predators, few hunt with the elegance or the intellect of the killer whale. They do not rely solely on strength. They rely on strategy. Their prey is often faster, heavier, or better camouflaged. Yet time and time again, the orca wins. How? Through teamwork that borders on military precision. In the icy forges of Norway, pods of orcas herd vast schools of hearing into tight, glittering spheres known as baitballs. They take turns slapping the water with their tails, stunning hundreds of fish with a single blow, then share the spoils among pod members. Off the coast of Patagonia, others perform something far more daring. They intentionally breach themselves to snatch sea lions from the sand, using the momentum of the waves to drag themselves back to the sea. It's a technique so dangerous that only a few individuals master it, and they pass it down through generations. And in the cold southern ocean, Antarctic orcas have performed a method that seems almost cinematic. They coordinate in small teams, swimming side by side to create waves strong enough to wash seals off floating ice sheets. Then, as the prey struggles in panic, the team strikes in unison. Each of these methods is not instinct, it is culture. It's knowledge passed from mother to calf, refined, memorized, and shared across decades. They aren't just predators, they are teachers, and the ocean is their classroom. Killer whales' social worlds. Every orca is born into a society, a tight-knit, maternal family led by the oldest female. The matriarch is the navigator, historian, and strategist. She knows where the salmon run will return, where winter's ice will open first, and how to lead her kin safely through storms. This structure is ancient. Some orca females live past 90 years, long after they stop reproducing. Like humans, they undergo menopause. And like human grandmothers, their post-reproductive years is spent guiding, teaching, and ensuring the survival of the family. Males, too, remain close to their mothers for life. They may roam, mate, and return, but they never sever the bond. In fact, a male's survival rate plummets if his mother dies. Pods aren't isolated units. They form larger communities, clans, and ecotypes, each with distinct dialects and customs. Their songs differ. Their hunting techniques differ. Even the social rituals differ. Scientists describe these as non-genetic cultures, as unique and intricate as human tribes. They laugh, play, and grieve. They communicate across miles with high-frequency calls. And when tragedy strikes, they linger beside the fallen, circling, touching, nudging, a gesture that feels unmistakably emotional. Beneath the waves, we find not just intelligence, but empathy. Not just survival, but connection. How do killer whales communicate? Sound is everything to a killer whale. In a world where light fades within meters, sound becomes sight. Their echolocation clicks ripple through the water, bouncing off objects, bodies, and currents. From these echoes, an orca can reconstruct a three-dimensional image of its surroundings, down to the shape, density, and even internal organs of prey. They communicate in layered choruses of whistles, pulse calls, and percussive beats. Each pod's dialect is so distinct that scientists can identify the speaker's family without ever seeing them. Some pods even have sub-dialects, variations learned from neighboring groups. And these aren't just random noises, they're structured signals. Studies show orcas use specific sequences when hunting, comforting calves, or reuniting after separation. Each sound carries meaning, and the brain behind it interprets with precision. This sonic world is not chaos, it's language, one we're only beginning to understand. Anatomy of the killer whale. The killer whale's power is written into the fiber of its being. Its tail flukes are sheets of muscle, each contraction propelling 6 tons of mass through the sea at 56 kilometers per hour. Its pectoral fins, rigid with bone, act like airplane wings, controlling pitch and roll. Its dorsal fin, a tall, flexible stabilizer, reduces drag and balances the body during high-speed turns. Beneath the skin, the blubber is not merely insulation, it's an energy bank. During long migrations, that fat can sustain an orca for weeks without feeding. Even its senses are tuned to mastery. The orca's eyes are positioned for a nearly panoramic view, yet protected by a thick corneal layer adapted to both saltwater and air. And behind those eyes lies a brain of over 6 kilograms, larger than any other dolphin and among the most convoluted in the animal kingdom. When all these systems work together, they result in a creature that bends intelligence, precision, and raw power into a seamless design. The fragile future of the killer whale. Yet even the ocean's top predator is not invincible. Human activity has carved deep scars into the orca populations. Chemical pollution builds up in their blubber, weakening immune systems and disrupting reproduction. Noise from ships and sonar drowns out their communications. Salmon stocks, vital for many orca clans, are collapsing. Some populations are already fading. The southern resident killer whales of the Pacific Northwest now number fewer than 80 individuals. Each death matters. Each calf lost echoes across generations. But there is hope. Conservation groups, researchers, and governments are working to restore fish stocks, limit marine noise, and clean coastal waters. And through their efforts, we are learning something profound. To save the killer whale is to heal the ocean itself. Because the killer whale is not a monster, it's a mirror. Its fate reflects the state of the seas and the future of us all. Killer whales, the ocean's living legend. They breathe the same air as we do. They nurture, communicate, teach, and remember. They are hunters, guardians, and travelers of ancient paths that stretch across the planet's largest wilderness. Their biology is not just efficient, it's artful. A masterpiece sculpted by evolution to command the seas, embodying both the ferocity of a predator and the tenderness of a family. They are the orcas, the killer whales, nature's perfect fusion of mind and muscle. Their story is not about death, but about design. Not about fear, but about intelligence. Not about domination, but about balance. And so, the next time the ocean's surface breaks and a blackfin rises, remember, you're witnessing one of the most extraordinary beings ever to exist. A living engine of biology, culture, and wonder. That was the insane biology and anatomy of the killer whale.